Alongside police station. Don't know if you can see all them bikes over there. See if it'll focus. Used to have motorbikes and all sorts. I don't know if it's like a place where they go in the local community if they're stolen or whatever. But there's a lot of bikes.
What you're about to watch is a textbook example of how a routine police interaction can either stay calm and professional or spiral into unnecessary tension, depending entirely on how it's handled. This isn't about secret filming, criminal behavior, or hidden motives. This is a public photography audit outside a UK police station, an activity that has been repeatedly confirmed as lawful when done from public land. The premise is simple: what you can see from public, you can film. But the reaction to that principle is where things get interesting. As the camera rolls, we'll see two very different policing styles emerge. One officer approaches with professionalism, clarity, and respect. Another escalates quickly, relying on incorrect assumptions, vague claims of suspicion, and misunderstandings of the law. This encounter touches on some of the most important questions in modern policing. What actually counts as suspicious behavior? When does a consensual conversation turn into an unlawful stop? And how much power does an officer really have when no crime has been committed? Stick around, because this interaction becomes a masterclass in why knowing your rights and how to calmly assert them matters more than ever.
Again, there's motorbikes down there. An electric scooter with his little tag on. McDonald's, they're on. Bacon double cheeseburger, I bet.
Filming that, mate.
Put in?
Filming.
Police station, why?
Why are you filming the police station?
Because I can.
Why are you doing it though?
For my own personal thing and for other people's interest.
And what's the interest in filming the police station?
Public interest.
What's the public interest?
Right, I'm not going to talk to you now, so...
Alright, crack on, mate.
Yeah?
Camera's up there though.
Yeah,
so.
that's fine. Just like they're recording me, I'm recording you.
Fantastic.
Okay, take care.
Have a lovely day.
Yeah, are you?
Okay.
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Yourself?
Too bad? Very reasonable.
This moment sets the legal foundation for everything that follows. Public photography audits aren't about provoking officers, they're about testing knowledge, restraint, and professionalism. The law in the UK is clear. If you are standing in a public place and can see something with your own eyes, you are generally free to record it. Police stations don't receive a magical bubble of secrecy simply because they're police stations. What's being filmed here, bikes, scooters, and the exterior of the station, is all plainly visible from public land. There's no trespass, no obstruction, and no interference. At this stage, the only variable left is the human factor, how officers choose to respond. This is where audits become revealing. Not because of what the auditor does, but because of how authority reacts to being observed. A calm response ends the interaction in seconds. A defensive or misinformed response often creates a problem where none existed.
Just public for photography, that's all.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, it's just the way you walk towards me, that was all. You.
Just walking, mate.
No worries.
And who are you?
Will you not walk behind me, please? Just because I don't like it. Put in.
Who are you exactly? What's your name?
I'm not going to give me details, mate. I've not committed a crime, so unless you suspect I'm going to commit a crime, mate, then I'm not going to give you my details now.
I'll need you to leave the area because where you were recording around the side, you're recording into a private area, into a police station.
I can film anything, but what?
Here's where the tone noticeably shifts. The first interaction was short, polite, and professional, exactly how these encounters are supposed to go. But this second approach feels different. The questions become more persistent, the body language more intrusive, and the assumption appears to be that filming itself now requires justification. Legally speaking, police contact in situations like this is typically consensual. That means the auditor is under no obligation to answer questions, explain himself, or provide personal details unless specific legal thresholds are met. Simply walking around a public building with a camera does not automatically create those grounds. What's important here is how the auditor responds. He doesn't shout, insult, or escalate. He calmly asserts boundaries and exercises his right not to engage. That alone will often determine whether an encounter stays professional or turns confrontational.
You're recording me?
But look, there's even more coming out. Yeah, I'm just going to keep my distance from you all. I don't want to be surrounded by you all, that's all. I've already explained it to the chap there, so I don't need to explain myself again. So I've told you I'm just doing a little documentary, that's all. So
have you had permission to film the police station?
I don't need permission to film a police station, I'm afraid.
Everyone's on high alert at the moment. The threat level's severe, so we've been told to
I think you need to double check that. Everybody keeps saying that's not severe, it's substantial. So before you give me evidence...
Like that, sir. I'm just telling you the way it is.
You're not telling me the way it is, you're telling me wrong information.
We're telling you.
Because it's just the way I talk, I'm afraid.
That's your own problem.
You're telling me it's severe, it's not severe, it's substantial. It's been the lowest since 2012.
You can challenge anybody that's acting suspiciously around the police station,
right,
and you're acting suspicious.
Acting suspicious, is that a crime?
This is a critical legal misstep. The officer claims the auditor is filming a private area from a public path, but that's not how privacy works under the law. Privacy isn't about ownership, it's about reasonable expectation. If something is visible from a public place, it generally carries no expectation of privacy. The situation worsens when incorrect information about threat levels enters the conversation. Misstating national threat levels doesn't strengthen authority, it undermines credibility. When officers rely on vague security concerns instead of accurate legal standards, the interaction shifts from safeguarding to speculation. At this point, the escalation is no longer about safety. It's about control. And courts have consistently ruled that control alone is not a lawful basis for demanding compliance from a member of the public.
Challenge your behaviour, so we're asking you, and that's why there's three of us out
and
here.
I'm planning refusing to give you any information. I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm doing photography. And that's all you need to know.
Videoing.
Yeah? It's still the same thing. So what's it called then?
Videoing.
Videoing.
That's what you said.
Right, okay. Does it not fall under the same bracket? I am, yeah.
What's that on like YouTube or something?
Yeah.
You'd be happy to provide your details then, and we can just check everything.
No. No.
You don't want to provide your details?
I'm not going to give my details now. Because I've not committed a crime.
So have you got anything to hide?
No. Can you identify yourselves, please?
So your phone number there?
What's that? 17740. And yours, please? Is what? Sorry, can't see it. 15493.
Sorry, too small.
And next time you approach a member of the public, I'd appreciate if you didn't come with all your hostility and your attitude. I'm afraid.
What hostility was that?
You haven't come to be honest with you. She came out all guns blazing. So the way you was approaching me, the way you're speaking to me.
That's your opinion.
Right, and I'm entitled to my opinion just like you are. So.
It's fine. I wasn't approaching you hostily. Don't believe
Like
I
my
was?
colleague said.
You came out very aggressive, so
I didn't come out of anywhere.
I don't want to speak to you anymore, I'm afraid. Sorry,
My
go on,
colleague
sorry.
said, obviously, because of the terrorist threat, it's quite suspicious.
So do you suspect me of being a terrorist?
Pardon?
Do you suspect me of being a terrorist?
Because of
So
that,
please don't bring that law into it, because I'm not a terrorist.
We have to challenge this all day. You don't.
Right, but I can act suspicious, it's not a crime.
If you can see it from our side, understand why you've got to challenge that.
Right, can you see it from my side?
All you just said is you're making a documentary.
Right, and public photography is not a crime.
Right, but you can see why it's suspicious, David, from our point of view. can't you?
Suspicious is not a crime.
Yeah, but you can understand that. It's being obstructive now. You can understand.
I'm
why
not being
it's
obstructive, I
out.
don't
You
want to
can
talk to you.
Well,
You don't talk to me with respect, I won't talk to
You've
you
got
with
no
respect.
choice.
I don't need to speak to you. Am I obliged to speak to you?
You don't have to.
Am I
You
being
don't-
detained?
You don't have to be speaking to
Am I
public.
being detained?
Well, leave
Am I being detained?
them. Leave them. It's just private property. Leave them.
It's not private property, I thought.
Suspicious is one of the most misused words in policing, and this exchange shows why. Suspicion alone isn't enough. The legal standard requires specific, objective grounds tied to criminal activity. Filming a police station, without more, does not meet that threshold. What we see here is a subtle but important shift. The officers begin treating suspicion as justification rather than inquiry. That's backwards. Suspicion is supposed to be the starting point for observation, not the conclusion that authorizes demands for identification. The auditor's repeated question, whether suspicion is a crime, is exactly the right response. Because it forces clarity. And clarity is often the one thing unlawful stops cannot survive.
And you've been trying.
You came out aggressive towards me. This chap here, to all due respect to him, 17740, has actually treated me with respect, unlike you. So I speak to people the way they speak to me.
You've just been trying to overtalk.
Okay, I've just told you I don't want to speak to you, so...
Really, your choice. If I want to speak to you, I'll speak at you.
If you want to, you have to speak to me.
You're talking to me again, just like you can speak to me or speak at me.
I don't need to speak to you.
Mate.
And it's 1799.
Yep, that's all six.
And you know that little thin blue line you've got on your badge, you find that very disrespectful as well.
Again, that's your opinion.
Have a good day. Get back in your baking machines. That's it. Bye-bye. There you go, guys. Speak to me like that, I'll speak to her while she's speaking to me. So there you go. Longside police station, there you have it.